What's trending? We're diving headfirst into the biggest stories dominating the digital universe today. From who's winning the streaming wars to groundbreaking ad tech and the epic battles shaping European cinema, plus a look at who's spending billions on content. Buckle up, because this is Google Trends Hub. First up, the August ratings are in. Nielsen just dropped the numbers, and guess who's still ruling the roost? We're talking YouTube, Disney, and Netflix holding their ground as the top 3 most-watched platforms. Find out how football season boosted some networks and what's keeping these giants on top. Then, get ready for a game-changer in ad tech. Silverpush and Adsquare are teaming up to bring location intelligence to YouTube ad campaigns. Imagine directly tracking foot traffic from your ads to actual dealerships. We've got the inside scoop on how this partnership is proving real-world ROI with a jaw-dropping example from Porsche Canada. And in the world of European film, major players are bulking up, but they've got their eyes on a massive competitor. YouTube. European executives are sounding the alarm, calling the platform one of the key threats and demanding regulation. We'll break down why they're worried and what it means for the future of European cinema. Plus, a massive spending spree is underway, with industry giants like Comcast, YouTube, and Disney shelling out hundreds of billions on content. Stick around for all the details and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a trend. YouTube, Disney, and Netflix are still the streaming titans. Nielsen's latest report reveals these giants held their positions as the top 3 most-watched platforms in August. YouTube maintained its lead with 13.1% of viewing time, despite a slight dip, while Disney secured second place with 9.7%, thanks to a surge in sports viewership on ESPN and ABC affiliates. Netflix remained a strong third with 8.7%, dominating the streaming charts with the top 4 titles of the month. The return of football season also gave a significant boost to NBC Universal and Paramount, rounding out the top 5, while Fox saw a considerable increase driven by its affiliates. This data highlights the enduring power of these platforms amidst evolving viewing habits, even as overall TV time slightly decreased and streaming usage saw dips among younger demographics. Don't go anywhere, because our next story reveals a revolutionary way to track ad success. Prepare to see how real-world visits are being linked to digital ads like never before. Get ready for a major leap in ad measurement. Silverpush, a leader in contextual intelligence, has officially partnered with Adsquare, a premier location intelligence platform. This powerhouse collaboration is set to revolutionize how brands measure the effectiveness of their YouTube ad campaigns globally. By integrating Silverpush's AI-driven contextual insights with Adsquare's advanced location data, advertisers can now directly attribute real-world foot traffic to their YouTube ads across key international markets. This means understanding the full funnel impact, from ad exposure to actual store visits. An early success story comes from Porsche Canada, which partnered with Silverpush and Adsquare for a campaign targeting qualified car buyers. Using context, geo-targeting, and location intelligence, the campaign successfully drove 73 potential customers to local dealerships after they viewed a YouTube ad. This partnership allows for sophisticated visit matching, accurately identifying consumers who saw an ad and then visited a specific dealership. This real-time data empowers advertisers to optimize campaigns in flight, prove return on investment with confidence, and move beyond simple clicks and views to measure tangible outcomes like footfall. But while some are innovating in advertising, others are facing intense competition on a global scale. We're diving into the challenges European media giants are confronting, and YouTube is at the center of the storm. European media powerhouses are beefing up their content and global reach, but a significant threat looms large: YouTube. At the San Sebastian Film Festival, industry leaders discussed the need for a unified continental approach to compete on the international stage. While Europe boasts incredible creative talent, stunning locations, and strong support systems like tax incentives, the landscape is shifting. Executives like Christian Vesper of Fremantle highlighted the drive for scale and diversity in European productions, inspired by successes like Element Pictures. Elizabeth Darvieux of MediaWin Pictures praised the current European market, noting its resilience even as the U.S. co-production market faces challenges. However, Rodolphe Buet of Studio TF1 pinpointed major hurdles: instability in traditional financing, slow recovery of box office numbers post-COVID, and the shrinking space for European arthouse films in the U.S. distribution market. The most pressing concern? YouTube. Buet and David Atlan-Jackson of Vuelta Group called YouTube one of the key threats, noting it captures a massive audience without proportional contribution to the ecosystem. They argue that YouTube commands more views than all other platforms combined in Europe, yet contributes only about half the production costs for creators, siphoning viewers away from traditional media that finance European film and TV. Calls are mounting for regulation to ensure the continued support of European talent and content creation. And speaking of massive content investment, our final story reveals just how much the biggest players are spending. Get ready for some eye-watering figures as we look at the top content spenders in the industry. The media industry is in a content spending frenzy, with the 12 largest companies shelling out a staggering $210 billion in 2024 alone, a 4% increase year-over-year. KPMG's latest analysis places Comcast/NBC Universal at the top, with $37 billion in content outlay, closely followed by YouTube at $32 billion, and Disney investing $28 billion. Amazon and Netflix also made massive contributions, spending $20 billion and $17 billion respectively. This surge in spending, with a compound annual growth rate of 10% since 2020, is largely driven by traditional media companies bolstering their own direct-to-consumer streaming services like Peacock and Disney+. KPMG suggests the industry is far from reaching its peak spending limit, with investments shifting strategically. While sports rights continue to command high prices, scripted and reality programming investments are seeing a more deliberate approach, informed by data and user-generated content trends. The rise of ad-supported models and free streaming services is also fueling further expansion. Furthermore, the report highlights the evolving role of artificial intelligence, which is expected to augment and streamline production processes rather than replace human creativity entirely. This massive investment underscores a dynamic and rapidly growing content landscape, driven by innovation and strategic prioritization. That's all the trending news for today. But before you go, stay tuned for a quick recap and your essential call to action. That's a wrap on today's top trends. We saw YouTube, Disney, and Netflix dominate August viewership, the groundbreaking Silverpush and Adsquare partnership revolutionizing YouTube ad measurement, European media giants grappling with the YouTube challenge, and a colossal $210 billion content spending spree by major players. Don't miss out on what's next. Smash that like button. Subscribe to Google Trends Hub for your daily dose of what's hot. Ring that notification bell so you're always in the know. Drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all social platforms to stay connected. See you next time.